يلا start.
Go.
Go.
Hello, everybody, everyone, and welcome to Madam Wakwak's vlog. On today's video, we have some guest of honor from the outer space. She just came back from the outer space, Madame Colombo, and we're here to discuss about my life story for a special, what is it? Special episode of Madam Wakwak's TV. So
So you're planning to have your own channel?
yesterday once more, I already have a channel, but I want to have a channel 2, and Chanel. So,
YouTube channel.
Madam Colombo,
Yes.
how can I help you?
It's really a pleasure for me to interview one of the famous lady in the world of flight industry. What do you call that? Neurotic. What is the industry of the flights?
Travel industry.
Travel industry, yeah. It's like, oh, this is the course I'm taking now.
Oh, amazing.
Tourism management, something like that. So your profession belongs to this.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay. Now you know.
Now we know.
All right. So I will just ask some questions about being Madam Wakwak before up to reaching to your status nowadays.
Okay.
All right. So
Sure. Hit it.
let's
Shoot.
start with during your childhood, when you were trying to earn money in any ways, what made you do that?
What made me do that? Okay. So first of all, my drive is to make money. Kaya gusto ko madato. You know, I want to be rich.
Like
Who doesn't want?
you really love money.
I love money. I maybe because we don't have a lot when growing up, so I guess that was really my motivation to make money and to be able to buy whatever I want, as well as to be able to help my family. Because at times we have no viand, we have no food in the table, so that is very frustrating as a kid, you know. So like I was trying to do whatever I can do to be able to help my family
Yes.
somehow, but the main motivation was money, money, money.
Money.
Yesterday.
And I guess being generous, I think it's really coming from your childhood. You really have the heart to help people, not just your family.
I guess because, like I said, coming from nothing, and
Yeah.
I know how it feels when you have nothing.
Exactly.
So, you know, like it's just automatic for humans, I guess, if you really look at it, where if you have something to offer and if you have, you know, why not give it out? You see,
Right,
and
so
I
that's-
believe in if you want something, first you have to give in order for you to get.
To receive. Yeah.
Exactly, that's that.
That's really nice to hear motivation in the whole world.
Whole wide world,
You are globally
globally.
motivated.
Yesterday once more, not just globally, universally.
Universally, yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Actually. Well, let's move on to the next question. How do you feel about that situation? Like, are you happy of doing that?
Well,
Apart from being
as a kid, you don't really think about it. I don't remember thinking that I was happy, but it satisfies me because, like you know, like I'm satisfied that you know I was able to do something and I enjoyed it a lot. And being a kid, it was like I was just playing.
Like it became a passion.
Right. I
Yeah.
think some people has it in them and some people don't have it, but it can be developed. But in my case, I guess I really had that thing in me where I love business. I love doing that thing. Sometimes it's not even about the money. It's just the joy of doing it. Yeah.
Well, we can see that you are very close to your parents. You're always talking about your dad, your mom. And I would like to hear, and for the information of everybody, how was your relationship towards your parents?
So actually, I was never close to any one of them. I it was my dad was like my best enemy, my mortal enemy.
It's something like
My
the more you hate,
yes,
the more
the
you
more
love.
love, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he always have this um, principle that follow what I say, do not follow what I do. And he was strict, and I can't remember how many times I got beaten up, I got punished with belt, with with tree branch or whatever you call it, labud ang agi. So it was, yeah, that I had this kind of hatred for my dad in a way, and so my mom is, because the way I see my mom, she's not confident at all. She was, like they're always fighting, and I, like she could not even speak for herself. She cannot stand up for for her. I mean, she cannot give a reason of this and that, because my dad would, you know.
It sounds
uh,
like your dad has military way
Yes.
of,
You move there. And then, so it was like, I love that action, Sally. That was very, very, that's very funny. Dako daw imong tutoy, ayaw daw ipasangyan kay dako ka imong tutoy. So yeah, my dad who used to be a policeman.
Okay. Ah, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And ang solid.
Sige na.
Asan akong cake term?
No, it's okay, that's fine. Just go ahead.
Basi ka na. Ano, tapos
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, move on. Move.
Okay. And how many siblings do you have?
So we're three, and I'm in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Right, and there was always this rivalry between, because when you were, because like we all know that when you're the eldest, when it was just you had all the attention, you had all the love and everything, and every move you make, they're always there, and they're just focusing on you. But then when I came, because I was like now the youngest, right? So I had all the attention and everything, same as all the attention that was given to my sister were no longer there, and it's all on me. But when my brother came, and because knowingly that when there's only that, like what do you call it, oniko iho.
Yeah, the only son.
Yes, the only begotten son. They always it's like a big deal in the Philippines, or I think it's kind of universal kind of thing. So I mean, having all the attention, and then when my brother came, it was all like I lost all the attention. So I was doing a lot of naughty things, and in order for me to attract the attention of my family, or my, like my parents and all. And so my relationship with, did you ask me about my relationship?
Yes.
Yeah, so my relationship with my siblings, I remember, I mean, it was a love and hate relationship. I think it's normal.
with
Yes, so
siblings,
yeah, and rivalry was there,
Exactly.
jealousy and all that stuff. So I remember when me and my sisters are fighting, I would tell my brother, if you will side to my sister, like if you will side to my sister, I'm not gonna give you anything. And the same way, if my sister will side, if me and my brother are fighting, I will also tell my sister, if you're gonna side on him, then I'm not gonna give you anything.
Like you are the provider.
Yeah, in a way,
In
but
your-
it's just
yeah,
like
in
a
a
threat.
siblings.
It's
Yeah.
like a threat, and one of the most memorable thing that I do when we fight is because my sister, she's a little bit, she's quite, Marlene, she's quite, what do you call it, shy, or a bit slow. She's not as fast as I am. Like I'm always everywhere, and yeah, like I said, I'm really fast on doing things. So
And everything you are
when
very
we're
fast.
fighting, when we're fighting, me and my sister, I would climb up the coconut tree, and then my sister would bring this bolo, and she would be like, "I'm gonna cut this coconut tree. You're gonna fall down," and blah blah blah. And then me, I would be like on the top, and I would be like, "Ah ha ha ha."
Did you ever think to make cobras when you are
No,
on the
I
top
just
of
want
the
to
tree?
eat the coconut,
The coconut.
because a coconut tree
Tree
is a giant nut. A coconut nut is a giant nut. If you eat too much, you go very fat. That's like the coconut.
Not of. My goodness. All right.
Right.
So we heard
Moving
about
on.
you. Moving on to the next question. You mentioned that your dad has something like a military disciplinary action. So did you ever try to fight with them?
Yes.
Or
I always talk back. I'm very tubada. That's why when I'm exactly like Cristiano. That's why when I was growing up, my dad would always tell me to become a lawyer. That he dreamed of me becoming a lawyer someday. That's why when he was one of the biggest and biggest influence. So when I started the college education, I had to take Bachelor of Science, or no, AB. What is AB? Arts and
Bachelor of Arts,
oh yeah, so
Yeah.
Bachelor of Arts.
philosophy.
Major in politics, because he wanted me to become a lawyer, but obviously that's not what I want. When I always want to be a nurse. Because my neighbors, every time they get sick and they go to the hospital, I always volunteer to be the caregiver.
So
No, the assistant actually.
Yeah.
Even when I was young, so I always want to be a nurse. But then growing up in poverty, I just want to be a japayuki because I want to make some money. So
Did you try to apply in any agency?
no,
Going
never
to-
did. I never did. I didn't really had that thing, but it was very in during high school. So I saw this family, like they have like big house and they have like cars, new cars and all. And the reason being is one of their family member or one of their daughters, siblings, whatever, is a japayuki. And they made a lot of money in Japan. So I also want to be a japayuki.
I hope I've met you during that time. Maybe I'm now Japayoki and earning a lot of.
Listen as well, because my mind is like everywhere. So when the teacher is discussing, I don't know what's going on. So I remember one time, shout out to this friend of mine, Ingrid.
Hello, Ingrid.
That's where I normally steal her assignment. I will copy it first, and then she would be like, "Where's my assignment? Where's my assignment?" And I would pretend that I didn't know, and then I will try to look for her assignment. And when she's gonna do a new assignment to answer like the assignment, then I will tell her, "Oh look, it's just under your chair." But I actually took it from her paper, from her bag, or from her notebook. So yeah, that's how naughty I was, and I graduated with honors.
Wow.
Yes.
So it's better to be naughty.
Because it's true that my eyes are bright.
You eat too much
That's
squash.
yes. That's why I'm very intelligent, because I don't have to answer. I don't have to spend.
Yeah.
Do you remember
You
that?
only have to take something.
Do you remember that saying in Tagalog? Magsunog ng kilay. Magsunog ng kilay is study hard.
Yeah, study hard.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't study.
You just eat a lot of squash
Yeah.
to make your eyes bright.
I just I practice my hands.
Yeah. Quick, you get
The quicker you move,
Yeah.
the faster you get the answer.
All right. So the next question will be: do you have any funny or significant event in high school life, something like inspirational or embarrassing?
Well, I was like, I had a fight with a boy. We literally went. I smacked him with my fist, and he did the same to me, and we got called out to the principal's office. I was crying. The boy cried too. Oh, God bless his soul. I think he's already dead now.
May you rest in peace.
I think, I'm not sure, but I'm not gonna mention the name
Yeah.
because I'm not really.
Yeah, just to be safe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
All
also,
right.
when I was in elementary, I had this embarrassing moment where I sneezed, and while I was sneezing, I farted at the same time. So when I was in elementary, they always do this to me. They bully me with
Yeah.
this. Ah, chick.
So what was the
But there was no iget that.
what was louder, the achoo or the?
Well, I guess it's both because they've heard it. I wasn't able to cover it with my sneezing, you know.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Right. So many people say that college is the preparation of being, on your busiest moment. So because when you become employed, it's completely different being a student. So what was your struggles? Or maybe you have a lot in college.
To be honest, I can't remember I had a struggle, but the only struggle that we have is to go no, not the cashier's office to make a promissory note because we have no money to pay the tuition. So then we have to go to the cashier, talk to them, you know, like that department. I don't know what department is it, but anyway, we have to go there and we have to make a promissory note where we can pay for them to allow us to take the examination. And had it not because of my dad's gambling, we probably wouldn't be able to pay for the tuition when we graduated because me and my sister, we graduated together. And so there was this incident was really like, I can still remember how it was. So my dad gambles and like cockfighting, and that time they won the derby, so then we were able to pay for our full tuition, and then we had like luncheon for our graduation because of the sabong manok na pula mukhang matapang. Yeah.
All right. So, do you have any significant situations that left a hole in your heart?
Aww. I think it's my dad's passing. Yeah,
I can
it was
feel it.
for me it was like the most heartbreaking because like I said, I was never close to my dad.
Exactly.
But he was like whenever I do things, he was the first one I want to impress. You're not close in a way, but he was like, I told you, he was my best enemy. But he was also like I like to show off with him, Yeah.
It's part of father's relationship.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Something like that.
All right.
So he's he broke my heart. So I think that's the most hurtful situation I had. And especially when he was sick, he had that liver cancer. And when he was sick, and it was already advanced, and apparently there's no more treatment. So and then I wanted to I was so ready to take a loan just because I wanted to send him to anywhere just to get him cured. And he would ask me when I tell him that no, let's do this, let's do that, and he would tell me okay, ikaw bahala. He entrusted me with everything.
He became dependent.
Yeah, because of that situation, Yeah, and then and also I just want to share this. There was we talk about the pay it forward. So there was this boy that we helped. He had his stomach his intestine was out of his stomach, and it was wrapped with a plastic. So I saw this on FB and I reached out to the person who posted, and then we sponsored his operation. So incidentally or coincidentally, his doctor, right? His doctor, when he was done with the operation, he lived with his doctor because they want to monitor him along with his dad. So me and my friend, my ultimate crush, we went to the doctor's house to visit this boy. And so then I got to know the doctor. And then when my dad got sick, I don't know when was 2016. My dad got sick, and probably this is like 2015. This happened 2015 when we met the doctor. So when I took my dad to the hospital, I met the doctor. The doctor was working in that hospital too. So when my dad was so sick, we were taken care of. He was taken care of by the doctor because the doctor knew me personally, and because I sponsored the operation of that boy, he had a soft spot for me.
Yeah.
So we were really taken care of the by the doctor. So my point is, had it not because of this boy that I sponsored, then maybe it's a different situation. So you meet someone along the way, and then not knowingly, there is a reason behind. And so when you help someone, you get help too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Might be not really on the same way, but
Yeah, but I
some
mean,
other way.
that's
So did you have or did you set any plans or things that you badly wanted, however it never happened?
not badly wanted or never happened, because to me, whatever comes to mind, I would do it.
Yes.
And like as I grow older, for me, success is not about getting a good result about what you wanted to do, or monetarily. It's like I just realized that that's not success. Success to me is contentment, when you do what you wanted to do, and then you get to do it even if it did not come out the way you expected, as long as you did it. So no, I'm not like, but wanted like now. My only goal is to have to get my resort, because I have like a beach property. So I just wanted to have a condotel. Yeah, that's the thing where I will retire as well. And I want it to be like there will be like caregiver, there will be like nurses and doctors who will go, because it's good for, it's that the concept is it's for retirement.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow. That's what we were talking a few days ago as well.
Right.
Retirement.
Yeah, retirement.
All right. So the next question is actually have been answered earlier, but maybe you can add some more. Like, did you bullied someone?
Yes.
Or you got bullied by
I
someone?
got
or something?
bullied, and I bullied someone too. I think that's just part of growing up, but without knowing that's bullying.
Yep.
Yeah, and how it affects them.
All right. So, what is your life goal?
My life's goal. My life's goal. No, I just want to I just want to coexist with the rest of the world, and I just want to be. No, we don't really know what's gonna happen in our lives, But for me, as long, like my goal is just to be there in that moment, because most of the time, like especially me, I try to go. I'm in everywhere. I try to do things, this, that, like everything, but without really enjoying the essence, or without really enjoying that moment, So my goal is just to be there, and don't settle for less, and go follow what your heart says.
Yep.
Listen to your heart before. Oh, next.
Next is what is your what is your accomplishment?
Accomplishment. So many
lot.
things.
Yep.
So many things coming from nothing, and I've reached to this, and so many other things. Oh, I've reached. I'm like, I always
Like
say,
you have your own resort, you have your
Yeah.
airplane house to be used later on for the
yeah,
functions.
we managed
that-
to have 2 houses
yeah.
in Vegas.
You have salon here, you have restaurant.
Right, yeah, but
Villas
that
in
is
Vegas,
that,
like,
right?
This is a
achieve-
material.
Yeah, but that's material
accomplishment.
things. But I think it's just to, and I've traveled the world,
Yeah.
and I've traveled the
Yeah.
world.
That most people are making the bucket list, and you have
Yeah, and
traveled
I've traveled
globally, worldly.
universally, because I've been to Mars, to Saturn, and to.
When did you had your break on your career as flight attendant and as entrepreneur?
I started flying when I was 23 years old. That was in 2000, and
Being an entrepreneur.
yeah,
like-
entrepreneur. We started in 2008. Yeah.
Great.
And so how did I?
Yeah. And becoming an FA in Emirates Airlines, did you experience to be discriminated because you are a Filipino or at any situation?
At times, it's not even the other nationality, you know. It's sometimes it's your kabayan, it's the Filipino themselves, because simply because you're new and they've been there for a while, they kind of like, you know, there's this hierarchy in the Philippines or in our culture, and I don't have that. I have not, you know, I never really look at it like that. I respect to the people that needs respect, or even to my supervisors and whoever managers and all. But when it comes to work, I don't see the need of, you know, like respecting them simply because they've been there for me. It's if as long as I don't do anything, I don't do anything that it's gonna, you know, like affect them. I don't.
Did you prove yourself to them, or how did you
No, I
earn
don't.
their respect?
I don't. I don't. I don't think about it that way. You know that I have to prove myself to them.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
can see it in your personality.
Yeah. No, I don't. I prove it to myself.
Yeah. So why did you put up the business in Dubai?
I've always been a business minded. I have been always a business minded person ever since I was young. I would sell things, whatever. So I think I see the I see the need of it. You know, when I see the possibility. Yeah, that's why. And also for this Philippine, for our Visayan restaurant, you see a lot of Pampangueños, you know, all that kind of restaurants, but you never see anything like Visayan restaurant.
Correct.
And when in fact the majority of the Philippines is, you know, like let's say Mindanao and Visayas, we have similar food.
Correct.
So there is a big demand of it.
Market.
Yeah, market.
So, is there any unexpected situation in life that it made you cry?
I cry all the time.
Why?
I get overwhelmed when things, like when I pray, sometimes I cry, and when I yeah, sometimes when I watch movies and when I think about things.
When you see someone who's ill and you will remember your dad. And
Yeah,
that's, you know,
when
very
when I see
painful.
when I see someone who's sick, and you know,
Yeah.
so I cry all the time.
What are the things that make you happy?
Happiness is a choice, and I don't really, this word happiness, as I grow older, it's not, it doesn't exist. It's just a joy, you know, like you're joyful. I don't know what's the difference between happiness and joyful, but I'm more of it gives me joy, you know, to do this. When I do my things, it makes me happy or joyful or whatever you want to call it. But little things.
Joyful mystery.
Yeah, joyful mystery.
You have to joy.
So do you have
Joy.
any frustrations and disappointments?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. I get disappointed when people, or especially like, you know, my family don't think exactly the same way as I do. They don't see what I see. And yeah, so that's a big frustration for me. They don't act the way I act. And that's just human thing. Because we always think that you should be able to think the way I think. Why you didn't see that? How come you don't even see it? It's just right there. But then again, we don't see the same, you know.
Exactly. Like at the end of the day, you realize that we are all unique, so we
Yeah.
have our own expertise or something.
Yeah, but I get frustrated.
Yeah.
That's my
That's your
frustration.
frustrations. So, who are you on your best character?
Who am I? In my best
You're in your
character?
best character.
What do you mean?
Something like a person you could compare.
Oh, I don't
Your
compare.
best
Just
character.
madamwakwak. Yeah, just me.
Oh, wait, who are you in your best character?
I don't
Who are you
know.
in your best character?
Who are you?
On your best character.
Who are you in
Because I
best character?
understand
Who
this.
are you in your worst day?
You're yourself.
Ah, okay. So who are you on your best character? Just me, Madam Wakwak. When I'm in a
Yeah.
good mood, I'm in a good mood. But I can flip easily, you know.
And during the worst day,
Still me.
Madam Wakwak is really
I'm
Madam
like
Wakwak.
I'm like when I'm in my worst day, I'm always like upset, but I flip, you know, because if there isn't anything I can do about the situation.
All right. So when we are in the foreign land, it has been normalized that people seeing you, like especially you are like a successful one, and people would think that you are married to local or other
pilots,
pilots.
yeah.
How do you deal with this?
Um, every time they ask me, I always tell them, Madam, it doesn't mean that I have all this. I married someone. Why can I not achieve all these things by myself? Or do you really have to be married to someone who's like other nationality to be? Can it not be Filipino? If they can do it, why can't we?
It's not about the nationality. Yeah. All right. So kung ikaw ang bida, who is your kontrabida and why in your POV? What is POV?
Personal view, maybe. So if I'm the bida, who's my kontrabida? Myself. My worst and my greatest enemy is myself.
Yourself.
So I have, yeah.
Still remain Madam Wakwak is Madam Wakwak.
Exactly. You have to be accountable also. Your actions.
So kung ikaw ang kontrabida, to whom and why? Kanino ka magiging kontrabida?
I think too, it can be anybody. Yeah. And sometimes to your kids, to your family, your
Sometimes
spouse, to
like
your
depends with the
relationship.
situation.
Yeah.
Like what happened last night.
Yeah. La Isla Bonita. What's
So,
happened last night?
Sa itong nag-short film,
The other night.
anak ka. Kilas niya. Sige na kung pangatawan.
And is there any more question?
So, nothing more. Your story is pretty much interesting and inspiring. Thank you so much, Madam Wakwak, for being with my show tonight. And hope to
What's your show?
see you. Shoo.
Show girl. Thanks for watching. Oh,
Then
done.
show.
Done show.
Toot, 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 toot.